Hello everybody, my name is Page and today I'll be looking at LEGO set 71791, Zane's Dragon Power Spinjitzu race car. The set was released June 1st, 2023, so it's pretty new and it retails for about €35, although I got mine already with a bit of a clearance for €30. And the set comes with 4 figures. You see it right here. Comes with a vehicle and a bit of some side builds. But let me just get into those figures first. And this is my first Ninjago Dragon's Rising set, so I will do more of them as seen in my community post. But let's get into those minifigures. So starting with the new Cole and the new Zane, which are included in these sets. Both of these figures come in, I believe, one other set. And this is the cheapest way to get both of these figures. I don't really know how I like the new cowl pieces, because they are, again, 2 parts. But I do quite like the middle section, so kind of torn between. What I don't like is their accessories. They both only come with 2 katanas, and they don't have any of their signature weapons. So no shurikens, no axe or hammer, just these 2 katanas. But that's a bit of a small issue. I do quite like the printing of the torso and the whole outfit, as a whole, but I'm not quite sure on the cowls yet. But taking them off, you can see a bit of a face print underneath. And we know the face print, but what I do really like are the alternate faces, where they show like a bit of a mask. And you can actually twist these away so you can see, first of all, the regular face prints, which are different than the ones we've been getting since the Ninjago movie ones. And turning it to the front, you can see the masks coming through and creating some really cool looks without the eyes showing. I really like these faces, and I'm pretty happy that LEGO is actually continuing giving us different face prints, especially since 2017 with the LEGO movie. And I've known those faces for a while now. And taking the back assembly off, all twisting about, putting Zane's head back on, you can see the back torso printing, and as you can see on the back torso printing, there are like these dragon assemblies or faces, which are also all all placed on the box, showing most likely the different spheres, which is in the tower or the temple set. There's some more information about that as far as I've seen. But I think that these like allude to a bit of the element, being the earth and the ice. And changing to the back, you can see I do quite like these torso prints. I'm just not sure about the masks, but let's get into the villain. So there are 2 villains in this set. We have an Imperium Claw Hunter and an Imperium Guard Commander. What's pretty interesting is that the Guard Commander with the black helmet appears in multiple sets, while the regular one with the golden helmet appears in one of them. But that's just a funny thing. And I like these villains. Oh, that's not intended. I really like these villains. I like the weapons, I like the color scheme, I like the prints, I like the helmets. What more is there to say? I'm showing you this blade piece, which is like a new dual molded blade piece using the gunmetal gray and trans orange, and it's really menacing looking, really digital. It's an amazing sword piece. For the staff of the Guard Commander, it uses these new finger pieces which were introduced in the Marvel Max, and it's just a quite nice staff, to be honest. And for the figures themselves, they use the same armor printing, just in a different color. And the helmet of this one, as you can see taking it off, it's kind of like a giant cooking pan. And I think multiple people have figured that part out. Do you like his face without it? And also the back. As said, these figures, they look really cool. And having this oversized samurai helmet for the claw hunter, which you can see has like a weird back attachment, and these horns, also an amazing face print. And like almost the same back face printing. Just realizing that. I do really like all the printing you see in the entire figures and the gold armor pieces, which could easily be used like for a custom Iron Man, because they have all the necessary attachments and cores. And just having a black and a gold color scheme on both of them looks amazing. But I'm quite interested, are these like robots, or are they humans in robot costuming? I'm looking forward to see the episodes, because they aren't released yet in the Netherlands as far as I see. But let's go into the side builds. So for the Imperium, there are some things for the evil guys. You have this spinner, which you can like spin about, which interestingly enough uses like this microphone piece in a light bluish gray, which is very interesting. You can spin it about. It's pretty fun to do. It doesn't work the best, but it's pretty cool. Looks cute. And you also have these two identical flyer-like things, hovering things. I don't really know what they're called, but you can actually like put the Imperiums on there and they can spin about. It's a pretty fun build. Sure, it's picking up the piece count, making the set more expensive than it should be, but they're quite nice. But not something to write home about, just for if you want to have an Imperium army, you already get a bit of things in this set, so that at least it feels kind of balanced. But let's get into Zane's Dragon Power Spinjitzu race car. So this is one really cool build. I first have to say that's smaller than I expected it to be. I expected it to be a bit larger, but that's mostly due to the price, I think. You can already see these new orbs, which I'll get a look into in a bit. First off, this build, it's really cool. It's really smooth. It rolls around quite nice. It looks good, and it's like the first good-looking Zane car. As I'm looking at to the back of me and I'm seeing the tumbler kind of thing. This one looks way better. It is missing like a bit of a roof section in my opinion, but yeah, it's not the worst. I do quite like all the stickers. There are quite a few in this set. Most detail you'll see, all the detail you'll see is being sticker. I do really like these elemental like ice pieces in this set, which are used in yellow for the J elemental dragon. I really like the part usage of the golden guns for the set, which will probably get stolen off for some unique Star Wars thing. And I like this exhaust. As said, it rolls around really great. Oh, the cockpit. There's a bit of a tank cockpit area with a controller as a steering wheel, and you can actually fit Zane in there, where there are some little grooves you can fit him in, and he has enough room to actually sit down and look fairly comfortable. Set also looks great with him in there, and you can then even put his blades in the set to store them away, which maybe makes the set look a bit better. But it's a Dragon Power Spinjitzu car, and that's so because it can actually spin around. Because you see these balls, if you look at the bottom, you've maybe already seen some technique stuff, where you can actually press down at the back. This will then lift off the wheels and make sure that only the balls and this roller thing at the back are touching, so you can actually spin around. In my opinion, it's a cool idea, but as you can see, like the orbs, they don't really roll around that well. And it's probably because the set is a bit on the heavy side, so it kind of spins. It's more like this back wheel is doing all the work, as you see. And it's also easy to pick him back up and make him roll down. It's a really easy function. So it's easy to use, could have been implemented a bit better. But I like the way where it's slightly lowered. So it's low enough, like this. So it's low enough that these balls will work and it will roll around. The only issue is that this back thing is also now touching the ground. But in my opinion, this is the best way. And I will most likely take that off. And you see these orbs rolling. It's pretty great. And but getting it to normal, these new ball pieces, so you can actually remove. Ooh, I need to focus again. Ooh, it's not wanting to focus. So these are bigger than the Samar spheres. They're like some cool size, and they look pretty cool. They have a cool pattern in them. This one isn't unique to this set, but you get 2 of them. So if you're wanting to collect them, this may be a good set to get one. But now for my final thoughts of the set. And yeah, that's better. For my final thoughts, it's a cool set. It's definitely not the best set of the wave. And that's me saying it without even owning the other ones. But it's a good price. And it feels balanced, as said before, where you get some things for the good guys and some things for the bad guys. And sure, it's a good guy heavy set, but it has enough for both parties to actually make a battle. I do want to say that 35 seems a bit on the high side, but getting it for 25 would be amazing. And that's kind of like the set size, especially with the extra things. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the new ninja suits, but I think they might grow on me the more sets I have. And yeah, it's a great vehicle. If you're a Zane guy, it's an amazing set to get. Maybe hope it will get on clearance for the other part of the world too. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And the next one will most likely be Sora's transforming mech bike. And so stay tuned for that. It will come pretty soon, I hope. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And I will see you in the next one. So have a nice day.